It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Craig Reynolds to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs, and the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. They'll send their tight end right. Here's 2nd and 11. Has the connection to right. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Goff on 3rd. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So we'll see the Vikings offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for him? Do they believe in you? Everywhere JJ has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On play action now, McCarthy. He's trying to push the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A good opening series has him across midfield now with a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. That one gains 7. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He breaks the tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 23. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming. and coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Got to figure out this third down here. Now it's McCarthy. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? But we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Reynolds with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Harrison Smith in on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Patrick going to motion over left. From the gun, Goff. That's incomplete left side. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Goff now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They're gonna throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Jack Fox on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Jones once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now give left side. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They've got a man in motion. 3rd down, here's Jones. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on first. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Completed right side to Addison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down, ball at the 36. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're giving it to Jones on the option. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Jones hits the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 9-point advantage. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's throwing deep to the left. Big gain downfield. There it is, touchdown Detroit. The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown. Brock, let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Short pass brought in. Space past the 35. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what. These tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy throwing here. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's tackled for a short gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Vikings driving ahead. And the Lions into a nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Michigan. That gets them a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. McCarthy looking to throw. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the air, McCarthy. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Reynolds with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Goff to the air now. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions make it a 1-score game before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Ty Chandler to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings returning their offense, and this running back to the field. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Hopkinson reels it in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our 2nd half. That last touchdown cuts their lead from 10 to 3, but a chance to restore it right here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going with Jones on the ground. And that's good for a gain of 5. Terrion Arnold in on the stop. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 34. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They give to Jones, right side. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Jones reels it in. And he gets him around 6 there. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage too.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Now that is exactly how you drew it up at halftime defensively. Make a big play. On that money down, you got to cash in on 3rd downs. They're going to be huge in the second half. Make sure you get yourself off the field in short order, which they did. And now you give some momentum to your offense when they get the ball back.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They send a receiver in motion right. From the 18 on 2nd down. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Space past the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Gibbs. Blast through midfield. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, and they go right back to him. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing is gone. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, here's Jones. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On play action now, McCarthy. Toward the sideline and caught by Addison. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Has his man, it's Addison. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? They kick the running back in motion. Setting up the running back screen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Smith able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Goff on 1st and 10. Finds Laporta. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Harrison Smith in on the stop. So we're through 3 here. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second down now, 7 to go. They bring their tight end left. From the 47. Gets this one to Patrick. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Patrick with the catch. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Here he is on 3rd and long. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. They'll go for it. Goff. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Now Goff. No place to go, so he just threw it away. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. Has it down close.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Running for it, here's Gibbs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions come through to tie it in the 4th. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the 4th quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 14. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Able to get it to Moore. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Oh, he lost the football. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch recovery to clean up the mistake this late in the game. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now the Lions calling a timeout, their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Jones once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Back to throw. Touchdown, Minnesota. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for two.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get two.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Lions and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
He'll look to throw it. This is complete to Patrick. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Big catch made, and he got both feet in.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
1st and 10 from the 41. One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't leave those seats. The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. 1st down from the red zone. Oh no, the ball is loose. And they get back on top of it, but he's touchdown. So no final heroics today. This one is over. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Vikings emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.